Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and I'm going to jump right into this. I'm working on the Junk Journal Madness collaboration for September, hosted by Susan with I Totally Love It. And this is my Marie Antoinette. I call her Marie A. I'm just using this book to punch my holes. That's all I'm using this for. So what I've done is I've taken 8 pages of digitals that I've created and folded them vertically like this. I was going to do single folio page signatures, and then I got lazy and decided I was going to do 2 folio page signatures. So I made a template, and I always put a T for the top, and then I'm using this book to punch, and I'm using instead of my awl, I'm using my pokey tool from Stampin' Up! For this. I was a little skeptical about the idea of doing this live. I don't like to do binding live typically because it's not easy. Many people will agree with me that it's not easy. And especially with my tremors, it takes me longer. And then there's this stupid fly that keeps landing on me that is interrupting my work. I've been a busy person this weekend. Dang, I moved my template. Which isn't a biggie. It does not have to be precise distance. But I do need, it is a biggie in that fly and the paper's moving. Probably the two are connected. But it is a biggie in that I want it to look nice from the outside. And I'll explain what I mean in just a minute. So when after I use the pokey tool, then I found that I like to come back and go through the holes with my needle, because it gives it a little bit better hole for me to see. And just that little extra, I feel like there's a hole missing there. That little bit of extra helps it go faster for me. Punching that hole through twice. I do not see a hole there. I must have missed it. That's when the paper moved. And the fly. Okay, where's my fly swatter? This is enough of this. Oh, I almost got it. So another video where violence occurs. I'm gonna have to start rating my videos for violence. If you're a respecter of insects, you probably shouldn't watch my videos, because there's been a fly or spider killed occasionally on my videos. Okay. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes punched into my paper, and I came up with the number by taking the size of the paper that I'm working with and folding each area in half. So the first area was folded in half, then the second area is folded in half, so on and so forth. And then I inked it so it would be easy for me to see where the holes need to be punched. and then put a T at the top. So now I'm going to take, and I chose this needle because it's easy to thread with this full string of floss that has not been separated. Sometimes, you know, you separate them in half when you do cross stitch or something. So I start in the middle. And then I start to go down. Now another thing I was going to do was I was going to reinforce this and then punch the holes, but again, laziness kicked in. I just want to get through this first journal that I bind with this. I think this is going to be my go-to because I really am enjoying it so far. The prep work, not so much, but I'm not a big fan of measuring and prep work, but that's the necessary evil. I think I hit the camera, sorry. So I started to say I've been very busy today. Yesterday I just ran across a pre-made ephemera journal that I had and decided to list it on a Facebook group that you can sell junk journal stuff. And man, that thing was popular. I could have sold it 3-4 times. And people were saying, if you post any more, let me know. Oh, so I was like, okay, this is the sweet spot. Well, I started at $10 and it was just so popular, and I had one person say, you know, you're way too cheap. Well, we all know that when I sell my stuff, I'm very inexpensive because I don't know what would be the right price to sell my stuff at. I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to sell it because I have a full-time job. So marketing for journals is a lot of work. Anybody who's done it knows that's true. Chimneys, I've been spending a lot, probably all day yesterday and today, trying to market this stuff on this group that I started using it. I even had a gal who came to the trailer because she's local and she bought 2 from me, and now she's texting me that she wants to purchase more. She wants to consign 2 ephemera books. So 2 pre-made ephemera books. So the difference with that is that it's like a journal, but it's like an ephemera book that has ephemera in it. But in this case, it's pre-made ephemera. Trying to not split that. Okay. Did I split it? I did. There, easy fix. I'm going to bring one to this side. Okay. Now, I always forget if this tightens it the most, or if this tightens it the most. That's pretty good. So in total, I've got 4 ephemera type journals mailed out, and let's see, wait a minute, no, 3 ephemera type journals mailed out and 1 ephemera pack for $15 each plus shipping. And then I sold 2 ephemera, pre-made ephemera books locally for $15 each. Actually, the first one was $10. So I think $15 is probably a good value. Had one person, because I listed, see if I can find it. It's a cutie, that's why I was looking for it. And it's little. Well, where'd it go? Here it is. It's a cutie. It's this little one. There's the front. And the person said that it's like a little 2 signature mini journal. The person said that she sells her journals for $100 to $120, and she says, you know, basically like we put a lot of work into it, and then she said, oh, you're a blessing to others or something like that. I think part of her wanted to congratulate me, but I think part of her was like, don't undervalue other people's journals. She maybe didn't mean that, but I have seen people say that before. And the thing is it's my art, and I'm destashing. I'm not selling. Now, maybe someday I will get to a point where I'm like, yeah, my stuff is in demand enough that I'm going to sell it. Maybe I'll take consignments and stuff like that. I listened to somebody talk about consignments, how they stopped doing it because it impeded their creativity. So if I ever decide to take consignments, I'm going to take that comment from that YouTuber who I do not remember who it was, but that I would say, okay, I'll do a consignment, but you know, I have full artistic license. That means one time you tell me what you want, I'll make it, and maybe even have them prepay it, because if I spend time making a journal and you don't like it, then this consignment stuff isn't worth it for me. And sorry, I get off on tangents sometimes. So let's get back to this. Hi, April, welcome. I'm trying to remember what lace I wanted to use. Hang in there for just a minute while I think about lace. It has to be something that will take glue well. I thought about this ahead of time. Okay, let's just use, this wouldn't work because the glue would show too much. And it's not thick enough, that wouldn't work. What do we got in here? How's your day going, April? Oh, if you see a glue stick on my desk that does not have a lid on it, that is not my fault. Inevitably, when my little granddaughter comes over here, she costs me money. The first time she cost me money sitting at my desk crafting with me, she had a Gatorade, and I know better. I so know better. I think she was 4 years old at the time, almost 5. And she spilled the Gatorade, and it spilled on my calculator, and that cost me $50 because the keys got all stuck. No matter how much I tried to clean it, it would not behave. So Then yesterday she was over here crafting and having kids craft with you. I love having kids craft with me, but oh my gosh, they can be expensive. She lost the glue cap. We looked all over for it, and I was like, Ruth, that is Grandma's expensive glue stick. It's not a little cheap craft, you know, what are they called? I don't remember. But anyways, I need to find some cheap glue sticks for her because this is not going to fly in my world. No more Pritt sticks for her. Okay, let's see what I've got that is thick in here and is going to take glue. It's too wide. Let's try something like this. At least I can at least show you what the concept is. Okay, so we take this, and this is going to be hard with my shakes because I want to be gentle with this floss to not stretch it out. So this is, you know, the part, one of the parts that I was like, oh my gosh, I don't really want to do that on a live video. Would this fit? No, it wouldn't fit. Would it fit? So once I got it on there, I could work with it. Ah, almost. I almost had it. This is what I do. This is my life of crafting. And it's a little annoying, but it works. Feel free to skip through this if you're watching the replay. It's not even going to work. It's too thick. Wished I had a bigger eye. Okay, so what else can I do? Come on, Theresa, get innovative. What if I just do, for one thing, that kind of thing, that little fray thing is not going to help matters. I just want to get one in so I can show the concept. Then I can sit here and ponder on what a streamlined method would be. Okay, there's one. I know what I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to starch it and iron it, and it'll be less soft to go through. Okay, we put it right there, and then we push it through with our nail. That worked. Whoops, I'm missing one. Yep, she sat here, Bruce sat here yesterday and watched Alvin and the Chipmunks with me, because I like to put the oldies but goodies on for my grandkids. And I didn't realize how much crap Alvin and the Chipmunks has in it. the two bad guys were smoking like chimneys, and they were doggone evil too. Of course, kids can't perceive that, at least little ones probably. What else? There was something else. I don't remember, but the smoking part, I was just like, they were smoking up a storm, and then the lady in the cartoon started coughing, and I said, "See, Ruth, that's why you don't want to smoke." So I used it as a lesson. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Now this is going to be a very thin one, not so much fun maybe as, because my original idea was to print on photomat paper that is sturdier and thicker, but then I got to the point where I made my own digitals, and I didn't want to chance printing on the photomat paper and wasting it, because I've done that with just regular digitals, let alone experimenting with my own that I made. So it would have been thicker as a result of that. But so the thing is I will put this into probably every one of these. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can open it. See if it'll work. Trying to be gentle. So it will hold through there. Oh, and then so like say I cut that off and glue it right there, okay? This is all lined up and everything. Then I will take a cover piece and I will hide this with the cover piece, I think. Man. It's so pretty. I'm having problems with that idea because it's so pretty. I don't know, I have to think about it. But I want to, because maybe I'll do the cover piece just to make it sturdier. Like I want to do like a photomat piece of paper because it's heavier. Maybe I'll just put the cover on here, but then I waste this digital. Either way, I'm going to waste this digital. I don't care about that one. I don't know. I have to think that through. I'm not totally sure what I want to do now. I kind of feel like the other person, I don't remember what she did. Who was it? It was G. So one name is G.I. and she's English or like in that area. Crafting with G, something like that. I can't remember what it is. But I think I'm going to have enough of this stuff to do all of these. So I'm going to pull the trigger. Where's my... I'm going to quit yammering and do this. Get the glue run. So we had a princess party yesterday. So I bought her, I'm not going to tell you how many princess dresses I bought her off of Amazon, because it's a little embarrassing how carried away I get for the littlest well, she's not the littlest. The littlest is 7 months old. And I can't buy her any more clothes because she's still trying to grow into the ones that I've already bought her. She has some health issues, and she's had a bit of failure to thrive, so she's got some catch up to do. She has a couple syndromes going on, but she's holding her head up now, so that's awesome. And she's gaining weight, and that's awesome. This one, I don't want it to be out far. I hope I didn't cut that too short. Line them up. Tighten it up. Okay. I think that's going to be okay. Let's do the bottom one. And I'm too much of a hurry to iron and starch this. Just looking to see if there's one side that looks better than the other. I don't think so. That side's going to be hard to thread though. It's not going to be much easier. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. Weather's pretty nice here. My husband's off mailing journals for me. Ooh. I am setting myself up for a problem. Because if I do that, it's probably going to be difficult to come up here and do this. Man, this is my first time doing this, so it's a lot of work when you first do something like this to get the kinks out of things. Yeah, I'm setting myself up for a problem. We have to go top to bottom. If I did that, and then I'd skip that. No, that wouldn't work. Just am worried about stretching these strings out. Think. Something tight. It's kind of like, you know, simple machines. A pulley helps you to pick something heavy up. I gotta figure out how to make this soft ribbon go through here. And it's not oops, been in it. It's not ribbon, it's lace. Ooh, I just came up with another idea. maybe I'll put something different in the middle. And this is stiffer and it might work easier. I need 2 hands, please. Somebody to hold this while I thread. Somebody with steady hands too. Oh, I keep bending that back. Okay. I may have to go off camera here. I'm actually going to do this one and then I am going to wrap this video up because this is not the fun stuff. Don't bend. What about a tool? Theresa does not like delicate work, but I will figure this out so that it's easier to do. That is pretty with that. Okay. Problem is, I'm pretty sure the glue's gonna show. See what happens. I think that's going to work so that the glue doesn't show. I wonder if I could sew that to secure it more on the machine. That's another idea. I don't know if I like alternating it like that. We'll just keep going and see how I feel about it. going in, guys. It keeps slipping back out. We got all but one on that one. Need another hand. Gina K? No. Still trying to make Gina Kerr. Frustrating. This is not good for my neck. I'm not giving up. Not even long enough to turn the camera off. There. It's on. Thanks for your encouragement, April. I was not giving up. No, I missed one right there. Okay. So I want that to go. Let's see. And I'm thinking maybe I can put like some glue on these strings, and I've already decided that a light color probably isn't a good idea because I could have ink on my fingers or something, and that string might get dingy looking. But I've always been attracted to the idea of some kind of bare spine, and so when I saw this idea I thought, oh, so now I'll be looking at ribbons and lace and stuff that are thick. Oh, you know what she used? She used velvet ribbon. And that probably would be, because the thickness is about perfect. Hi Belinda, welcome. The thickness is about perfect and everything. The width. for doing this. So Belinda, how's your day going? Okay, I'm glad that I missed that one because I want that one to be long. So that, let's see, that's not long enough ribbon. Let me grab a bigger piece of ribbon, a longer piece of ribbon. Okay, so I want this middle piece to go around. That sounds awesome, Belinda. Like that, and that'll be the closure. And I'll just probably leave that long at first because I don't know how much I'm gonna need. All right, now I've got another thought. Let's do this. I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to tape this in to my putty knife. And then I'm going to thread this through here. Maybe. The ribbon further down. But not that far down. But the thing is, you can't take the knife all the way through, Theresa. Well, that went a little faster, guys. And just cut off the yucky end. And that didn't appear to do too much stress to the, oh, this is the long one. So this one is going to be like that, and I'm just going to glue a little bit right here, loosely tie that for the time being. I don't know that I like that. But the good thing is, if I decide that I don't like it, I can put a cover on the front. And then next time I try, maybe try some different textiles to see if different textiles would make me happy. So this is, I'm on the last one. So now I'm gonna fight this again. I wonder, see if I can do this without poking myself. Got it. I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to wait and measure it correctly. So I want that one to be that long, and that to be that one. Being fiddly. My favorite things to do, April, are to clean and get things organized. Oh, wait, you already knew that. Do you know how many projects you have going? welcome. You just missed the terrible nail biting experience of me trying to get these things threaded through these this floss thread that's the binding here, and the jury's still out as to whether I'm going to keep this so that it can be seen, or I'm probably going to put a million projects in Beth's room. I'm probably going to put a cover over to hide it. If nothing else, I might, I'll show you what I'm thinking about. Oop, I didn't spread that out, and sure enough, it's showing. Trying to spread it out real thin so it doesn't show through the fabric. Thank you, April. Lord knows I need encouragement. Okay, that's good for that. So what I'm thinking about, I used some Stampin' Up! Ribbon that I had and some lace that I have. None of this is starchy enough, sturdy enough to really make it easy to put that through there. So what I was thinking about was, I'm looking around on my desk. All right, I'll just use this as an example. So taking a length like that is just between here and here, and then I'll take like a nice vintage piece of fabric and put that over there, and I'm gonna like that more. I'm pretty positive that I'm gonna like that idea more. Yep. So I'll let these two show, but I'll cover these up because I'm not crazy about these. Yeah, that's a good idea. Beth says that she has liquid starch. Oh, goodness. Well, anyways, Gina Kerr, is that who it is? Dang, it's bugging me. Gina K. No, that's somebody who does products. Okay, guys, I gotta go look. This is killing me. Nope, this is my Marie Antoinette. So I made these pages myself, and so these are supposedly historical figures from the Marie Antoinette time period. Just people during the Revolution. So it's depicting the Revolution. It's depicting women that are extravagant. Here's a map, and that the intention was to get the word Austria on there, but I made these myself, and this is the first time I made a digital kit, so I'm a newbie. And I used AI, so a lot of this stuff is going to be I want to say convoluted, just like the computer had a brain freeze or something. Then just pretty laces. People. And then the ephemera is going to have more like Marie Antoinette specific. Where did I put that? There's a folded piece of paper here somewhere, right here. Well, I took the folded piece of paper and turned it into my template. Okay, so I made some ephemera, like here's a corner pocket, and here's a tuck spot, and then just some more labels. I have no idea what that says, so I have no idea if it's accurate or even slightly accurate. And then I have some black and white images. More labels, another corner pocket. Okay, and this is a historical type journal, so it is going to have the guillotine on here because that's a huge part of the story. So there's different images with the guillotine. Just some pretty ladies. One of them, maybe her, is supposed to be Marie Antoinette. Maybe they're all supposed to be different images. Who knows what the AI thought? And I'm not a fan of AI, but I didn't. The whole thing is I don't want people to just be told what to do and do it. So, but this is something that I don't know how to do, and I thought that it would be. I looked all over and I couldn't find any Marie Antoinette kits that I wanted to buy. So I saw a video from DJ with Hither and Yon. Here's a tuck spot. That looks like that could be Marie Antoinette. And I was studying the history. I mean, I knew who she was and stuff, but I didn't know as much as I knew after I started watching a documentary about how at one point her hair turned white. I don't know. But that looks like that could be her. And maybe this is a younger version of her in Austria. There's another guillotine. So this is definitely a Theresa exclusive. At this point, I don't have anything other than stuff that I've created planned for it. I'm sure there'll be more stuff. Actually, I did create one thing. There's a tuck spot with a guillotine. There's Marie behind bars in the dungeon. She had to stay in a dungeon for a long time. When I look at this, I imagine that this is Marie Antoinette with her son, and her son was taken away from her when she was put in the dungeon, and he had a rough life. It's very sad. But it sounds like she was a woman who held her head up high all through the challenges that she was going through. Just a bunch of different pictures. Anyways, I've already gone through this in another video, so these will probably be tags. But there's going to be a lot of Marie Antoinette wannabes or lookalikes. Yep. Oh, so let's see. What did I do? Let's see if I can find it. did a guest check. So it's a guest check. I did it for the Crafty Cat. Oh my gosh. Crafty Cat. You guys, I don't know what's going on with my short-term memory, but it's kind of sucking. Anyways, that collaboration that she does, and she had 2 prompts. One was sticker, and the other one was ripped. So this is the one for frame. And so I did this for that collaboration that she had, and then I put a quote of Marie Antoinette's on it. Let them eat cake, Marie Antoinette. So this is going to go in my journal. How will that look? Where'd my journal go? Lost my journal. So I'll put a pocket in here. Yep. Well, that'll be a pocket, and that'll just hang out in there, and that'll look cool. I am gonna probably do some more stuff to make this a little bit more sturdy, but so far, and I gotta remind myself that this is a collaboration for September, so I really don't want to get too carried away with this because I want to have it finished. Feels a little loose here. I want to have this finished by the end of September. Hi Susan, welcome. I goofed here. I didn't want 2 sheets to be together like that. Well, that happened in a lot of places, I guess. So I may put some charms, probably not. And AI made these faces look kind of horrific, which I don't like to use real faces, especially if they look you know, sexy or something like that. I like just plain people, and so this, I like this like this, and the whole thing is that the whole story of, yes, I do, Beth, I do have metal corners, and I love that idea. I know exactly where you're going with that. But the whole story of Marie Antoinette and the sadness of it all, I mean, because I'm getting sucked in by the documentary. I don't know if she had any unredeeming qualities or what, but she seemed like a heck of a nice, regal, friendly type lady. Who knows how she treated the peasants, though. Maybe the peasants felt they were treated badly, and that's why they had the revolution. But I think it was the king, you know, because it's always the guy who is responsible for all the problems. So I think Marie was probably blameless, and she went to the guillotine for no reason, and we know her child was blameless, and he was picked on, I'm pretty sure. So at least that's my version of the story. I haven't tried to watch the movie that has Kristen Dunst, D-U-R-N-S-T, I think is the actress's name. Woman in a Man's World. I hear ya. I hear ya. So my husband's gone. He doesn't hear me hacking on men right now, but he just sit in the other room going, yep, she's going at it again. She's in her man-hater mode. But he's one man that I adore and love to pieces. So, yeah. So that's what I have. I really, yeah, that's going to be a good idea to put something over that, because then I can get carried away and make this look all pretty in the front. We're at 1 hour and 8 minutes. So it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure I got some me crafting time in today because I've been so busy with listing all of these journals. If you guys ever want a good Facebook page for destashing, for selling your destash, I haven't seen journals sell really good, but so far pre-made ephemera books are selling like hotcakes. So, like, I don't know, something like this. I'm going to market this as a pre-made ephemera book. And I'm selling them for $15 each. Guys, these are journals that I made a year ago or something, and they've just been sitting in plastic bags in my storage area. And I only see them the 6 months that I'm in Idaho. And I'm just going to turn this into another pre-made ephemera book, so pre-made ephemera, and sell it for 15 bucks. I'll go through, see, they even need a little fixing. Well, oh wait, this is sewed together, so it goes like that. So that needs a little bit more glue. But yeah, I've been getting 15 bucks for something like this, and then they pay the shipping and handling. But the concept is, yeah, they're all kind of different, but it's along that idea, April. So anyways, I've sold like last year, the first year we went to Arizona. Last year we went to Texas for about 3 months, and then we finished the other 3 months off in Arizona because the Texas weather and the area we were in was not ideal for our preferences. And so this year we're going back to Arizona, and then for the year after that, we're going to go back to Texas for about 3 months and probably finish it off in Arizona for 3 months. And then we're talking about possibly finding a good spot where we can weatherproof the trailer better and stay in Idaho for the full year. Oh, that's very sweet of you, April. Thank you very much. I don't know why they're so popular, but they seem to be. Okay, you guys, take care. Have a good day, and I hope to see you in one of your videos live, or back here again in one of my videos live. And oh, nope, I'm not going anywhere yet, Beth, because Beth asked the question, what part of Texas? Sorry, I gotta show something while I'm talking. Here's another little one. So last time we were in Onalaska, which I didn't like at all. Goodbye, Susan. And so then we were in Italy for a little bit, but next time I want to stay in Round Rock area. So this will be a little mini ephemera book. I'm not going to put ephemera in this. I'm just going to try and sell it as a little mini journal. I don't know. But I would so much rather, see, there's some of my corner rabbit trail. That's easy. Okay, so I am going to wrap this up now. You guys take care, and I will talk to you later.